All right, we are going to go ahead and get started. Welcome, Social Selling Sneak Peek. We are so excited you're here with us tonight. My name is Amanda Givens. I have been socially selling for about 7.5 years at this point, and we have three amazing hosts who are going to walk you through what social selling looks like and have a whole lot of fun tonight. I am going to pass it off first to Holly and let her introduce herself.
Hi, you guys. I have been social selling with an affiliate link since 2015. And you guys, it was the best decision I ever made. When we started, we lived in a small little apartment, and I remember being on a call just like this. So I'm so excited for you guys who are here thinking about and looking at the opportunity, the first steps and the full potential of possibly being a brand partner with Young Living and sharing socially. And I remember writing down in my journal on a call just like this, that our dream was to own a hobby farm. And guys, 2020, we bought it. Young Living pays all the bills. And I love that I get to work in pockets of time and just share the things and the products I love. And so we're so excited to be here with you guys tonight. And I'm going to introduce now Hannah Shanks.
Hey friends, my name is Hannah Shanks. I'm so excited to be here. This is one of my favorite calls that we do. We do one of these about once a month, just to give you guys a sneak peek for what social selling is and what this looks like. So I've been actually joined Young Living in 2013, feels like forever ago now at this point, and jumped into the business side about 6 months later. So I have been social selling for about 8 years now. And I had like a 9-to-5 right after we got married, and it was not like, it was fine, but it was not fun, right? Like it wasn't a fun job. And I remember sitting at my desk, like just wishing that there was something I could do on the internet, on social media at that point, like Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest were all like starting to take off. And I was like, gosh, this looks so fun to just be able to like spend time online connecting with people and like doing something fun that I'm passionate about, and not sitting at this desk for forever, you know? And so I set out to find something that I could do for myself. I wanted to be my own boss. I knew that I wanted to be able to stay home with my kids someday. And I started a little like Etsy shop making these like hand glued cake toppers for weddings. And that was a super fun little gig. It was like a really fun little first small business that I ran, but I quickly realized that my time was super limited, and I had capped myself very quickly at how much I could actually make that business out to be for me. And it was not going to ever exceed my day job income to where I could like feel like I could quit that job and actually move into being able to stay home with my kids. So I stumbled upon Young Living because of their products and how amazing they were. And I was really into that like natural lifestyle, getting toxins out of my home and clean living and all of that stuff. And then I realized that there was a business side that I wanted to take a look at. And I jumped in because they had really awesome prizes available for people who jump into the business and, you know, go for a goal right from the beginning. And so I decided to give it a try, and we hit that goal. We won an awesome prize, and I haven't looked back since. I realized that this was the dream job that I was looking for. Like all those days pining away at Pinterest, wishing that I could like figure out something to do for fun on the internet and make money doing it. Like social selling was it. And that was the whole goal. So all along, I wanted to just kind of share my story to tell you, and all of us, like we're real people who decided to jump into this for different reasons. And we had all kinds of reasons that we could have held ourselves back, but we just decided to go for it because it looked like fun and it looked like something that was doable because we saw other people doing it. And we're going to kind of give you some reasons to maybe take this seriously and look into it. So, okay. You guys know the last 2 years have been kind of weird, right? They've been a little bit wild. I think all of us can agree it's been a little wild. So something really interesting has happened in like the pandemic and post-pandemic world. And the pandemic really caused everyone to reevaluate, like everyone was sent home to work for a long amount of time. And a lot of people are still being forced to work at home. Like their office has not brought their job back yet. So everyone had this moment of pause, like literally the entire world paused. Every person had this moment in their life that they had never been given before, where they had to reevaluate their life, their priorities, like what are they afraid of? What do they value? And everybody had to have this moment of like, am I really doing with my life what I want to do? It was like the wool came off of people's eyes, right? Like all of a sudden, everyone like woke up for a second and was like, wait, what am I doing with my life? And they call this the Great Resignation because actually in 2021, And we know there were lots of factors that went into this, but in 2021, 75 million people in America left their jobs, quit their jobs. And they're not looking to go back to that job. Like they quit and they're like, I want something different. I want more flexible work. I want something different that's more fulfilling for myself than what I was doing. And they're calling it the big quit because there's never been anything in American history like this that's happened before. And this like whole reevaluation of priorities and values that has happened for Americans. And it's really an awesome thing to behold and to be a part of, because we're seeing like history take place in the American workforce, and people decide, you know what, freedom is more important to me. Other things are more important to me than that job that I hated, that I like got a glimpse of what life is like without it. And so here's what people are wanting. People are wanting the chance to make more money. They want a chance to make more income for themselves. They want to have different opportunities than they've ever had before. They honestly want to try something new. Like a lot of people feel boxed in by the job that they had, and they want to just give something new a shot. And so many people feel stuck in the career that they don't like, but they don't know how to get out of it. People want to feel valued and seen by their leaders, by the leadership that they work with, instead of like feeling like they're a threat to them, right? Like there is so much of that culture in so many corporations where you feel like I have to play this stupid game in order to get ahead. And I have to like make certain people mad and like rub up with the right other types of people and make sure I keep them happy. And I just feel like I'm a threat to everyone. It doesn't make for good working relationships, right? Like it's really not a great culture. That's why people feel so exhausted with corporate America. So they want to feel valued and seen by leaders and appreciated by leaders. People are looking for community and collaboration instead of competition. Can I get an amen? Like competing with your coworkers is so gross, and it just burns people out. It just burns people out. No wonder people are like looking to leave jobs when there is competition everywhere they look. People want the ability to work from home from now on. Everybody got a taste of it, and everybody realized like, this is not so bad. This gives me freedom and flexibility that I have never had before in my life. I heard a statistic that before the pandemic, 67% of jobs, I'm sorry, I'm saying this wrong. Before the pandemic, 7% of jobs were remote, and now 67% of jobs are remote, right? Like that's crazy. People are like, I want to work from home. So many people are homeschooling their kids. So many people are trying to live more sustainably, more self-sufficient, and working from home is really like a requirement for those two things, right? Like being with your family, being able to work from wherever, whenever you want. And people want to be able to work for themselves too. They don't want to work for the boss man anymore. They want to be able to build something that's their very own. And this is really cool. People want purpose in their work. People are looking for something that matters to them. They don't want to just work to build somebody else's dream anymore. They don't just want to work for a corporation that doesn't see them, doesn't value them, doesn't appreciate them, makes them feel like trash because of the competitive culture. They're just done with it. And maybe you're finding yourself here. Maybe you're on this call tonight because you're like, yeah, those are the things that I want, and I'm looking for a different opportunity. Wouldn't it be so great if something like this, like that checked all these boxes existed? Wouldn't it just be amazing if like that job existed? Well, the good news is it does. And I didn't know 8 years ago that this job was as awesome as it is, that this gig, it was like literally the best gig ever. I feel so fortunate and blessed to have fallen backwards into it, not even really knowing what social selling was 8 years ago. So here's what social selling is. It's using social media platforms where all the people are. And it's using those platforms to engage socially with your friends and with strangers. Like literally all of the world spends almost all of their day on social media platforms, you guys. Like people have their work screen up and their Facebook screen up if they're working a day job, and they're like, oh, quickly shut down the Facebook, look like I'm working, you know, like, okay, come on, tell the truth. We've all done it. I did it. I was like on Pinterest all day long when I was working in an office. So it's using your social media platforms to connect with all the people who are there, your friends and strangers, to provide valuable and thoughtful content about topics that you love and are passionate about. It's a place for you to be like, I have a niche. Like I super love this type of thing. And I want to tell people about it. I want to like help people figure it out. I want to tell people everything I know about it. And you get to build a business selling products you love and want to share with others that way. So it's funny. We love this Instagram account. It's called No Shame Sales Game. And she's really into social selling and just like getting all the stigma out of the way of it, because women carry a lot of like, I'm not good at sales. I don't think I want to sell any type of thing. And I love how she just exposes so much truth about like what we think social selling is versus what it isn't. So we think this is really funny because honestly, like if you've ever posted or you've seen somebody post like the first pumpkin spice latte of the season and they like post their cute Starbucks cup and all this stuff, like that company is not paying you to do that, but you are talking about it as if they are, right? Like if you have ever posted about anything that you're super excited about, a new dress, a new pair of shoes, new jeans, whatever you get that you like. So many people just talk about everything that they get in the mail. And you act like they're paying you for it, but they're not, right? Unless you actually sign up with a company who agrees to pay you to social sell for them. And the cool thing is you get to make it completely your own, be completely creative in all of the ways that you want to, talk about the things that you care about it and put your own spin on it, which is absolutely the best. So here's some cool stats about social selling. It's actually the complete future of sales. So social selling, the entire market or industry will hit $38.2 billion by the year 2030. That's mind blowing, you guys. Like that is it's staggering. It's only $11 billion industry right now. Okay. So building your social selling business right now is a power move. Okay. Corporations right now are discovering that their old methods of advertising and marketing are not providing the growth that they actually are wanting in order to keep up, because they need a social media presence. And not only do they need a social media presence, they need social media that connects with people, engages with people, builds relationships and trust with people, and then recommends their products. So corporations are kind of slowly picking up on social selling. And for people like us, like everyday people like us, like deciding to build a social selling business right now is a huge, powerful move because of the Great Resignation, because of the big quit, and what is going on in the American workforce right now. People are looking for what we have. People are looking for this. Okay. These stats just amaze me every day, every time that I read them. 97% of people today go online to make any kind of purchase that they're looking to make, right? Our buying habits have completely shifted. I didn't look up the specific percentage, but a huge percentage, especially of like the younger generation, I forget what they're called, like Gen Z or something, they actually go specifically to social media platforms every time they want to make a purchase. So 97%, almost 100% of people are going online. A ton of people are also specifically going to places like Instagram and Facebook and TikTok to make purchases. 80% of people make a purchase based on the recommendation of someone they know, right? Because they trust the people that they know, right? If you know somebody in person in real life and you follow them on social media and they're talking about their favorite restaurant local to you, that restaurant is not paying them, but you are so much more likely to go check out that restaurant based off of that person's recommendation than anything else, because it's in your head. A person I know and trust and like is recommending this place and said it's great, so I trust them. I'm going to go do it. The exact same thing happens when you're social selling, and 80% of your network, of the people that you know and interact with, are likely to make a purchase based off of you recommending it to them and telling them that it's awesome and you love it. So I'm going to toss this off to Amanda. She's going to explain how to get started with Young Living specifically as a social seller.
Actually, you're tossing it off to me, but that's fine.
Oh, sorry.
Fine. So, guys, I just love this call so much. It makes me so excited. A call similar to this changed my life, literally changed my life. And that sounds so cheesy and corny, but I'm telling you, like, this is, I never looked at any business model like this before. And like Hannah, I didn't even know something like this was possible. I had my hesitations, but in the end, what I was looking at with Young Living is their products. And I used their products for 2 years. They really intervened in our lives when we needed them with my daughter's health. And I was sold out on the product. So let's talk about you sharing the products of Young Living, right? You can social sell many things. In fact, I would argue you probably already are, but you're not getting paid for it. So why become a brand partner with Young Living? Why represent those products? The reason that I chose to hop in the vehicle of Young Living and intentionally social sell their products is because I love them and believed in them. I can talk about them without even thinking twice. I would recommend them without any compensation plan attached. Who else? Show me in the chat, who would recommend Young Living products because they've made a difference in your life? Like, there's probably 5 products in my life that I can say absolutely changed the course of my family. And I would absolutely share them whether there was a compensation plan attached or not. But here's the exciting part. You can share these products. I love seeing that chat light up with all the stories, because that's where we have to keep it, right? I would share these regardless. And I would make sure my mom had these. I would give anything to go back in time and hand these oils to my grandmother who had emphysema. I just didn't have them. I didn't know, right? It makes me tear up, like just thinking about it. I'm so grateful I had them for my father-in-law, who was on a path of literally, he had 30% heart function, and Young Living, like we got the oils, we applied them. He's at normal. They took him off his medication. Like I can go on and think about, man, these products, like I love them so much. And so the exciting thing is we can share these products in pockets of our time. You get to decide, right? You get to be a brand partner. And all that means is you're partnering with Young Living, right? Young Living is partnering with you instead of going to a team of marketers and putting their products on shelves in stores. They didn't want that model. And honestly, I didn't even understand why I had so many hesitations about social selling. I didn't get it. And now I am absolutely convinced this is one of the most powerful models ever for growing a business, for helping others. But you can show some pockets of time to the degree you want to. You can make $500 passively every month because people are just ordering their products and loving them and you've just shared about them, or you can scale and go higher. And so I love this so much. It just makes me so exciting because I know the potential of it. So let's talk about, how do you even become a brand partner with Young Living? If you're like, you know what, that is me. I would share these products regardless. I love these products. I'm just going to become a brand partner and start sharing them like in pockets of time and intentionally with people I love and people I don't even know. I mean, I'm signing up people all the time that I don't even know just because I'm sharing things that work for our family and the things that I love along with everything else I share. So to earn commission with Young Living as a brand partner, you simply need to purchase the Business Essentials Kit. You can see the price right there. Super, super cheap, $29.95. I always recommend going ahead and talking to the person who's helping you, and they can recommend their top 5 products and help you dip your toe in, or you can get started with an amazing starter bundle from Young Living. That way, obviously, you have your products. You have some products to share, but definitely this is the base price to just get a brand partner link where you can start earning commissions anytime you recommend a Young Living product. So Hannah, if you want to go to the next slide. So very, very simple to get started. There's nothing attached. You do not have to do retail. You do not have to buy $3,000 worth of merchandise. None of that. That's why I love it so much. You get a link. You immediately can start earning commissions anytime someone uses that link to purchase products through you. That simple. Can we get a hallelujah for that? I love that so much. It's transparent. It's simple. There is no, you have to get a credit card to start earning income. And I love that so much. And so buy your products for your family, get your link and start sharing. It's that simple. So now let's look at the brand partner incomes. And we'll break this down in a second, a little bit more. But if you have a journal or a brand partner notebook and you're just taking a peek at this, check out what the different levels in this company pay out each month, which I love that it's each month. Right now, all 3 of us, of your hosts tonight, are at platinum, earning that average, which is more than a dentist per month, which just, it blows my mind that is even a possibility by just sharing with people the products that I love, but it's absolutely the truth. And if you go down and just starting at star, senior star, executive, silver, gold, think about what these incomes would mean to you. Just starting, you can start small, right? If you're just like, I want to make the water bill, or I just would like to earn it. If I could earn $500 extra every month just by socially selling and doing everything else I'm doing as well, that would be huge for our family, right? Like $500 extra a month, that is the difference between having to put, a large vacation on a credit card and just being able to just pay for it in cash, baby, right? Or paying off a car, or like alleviating the tension of the bills. I know Amanda gives a stat a lot, and I'm probably going to butcher it, but she talks about how most families in America are about a $500 crisis away from bankruptcy, that spiral that starts because they don't have any sort of hedge. This is such a fun little way to get a brand partner link and share and earn a little extra income, or go all the way, go to silver, go to gold, go to platinum where we're at, go higher than us. We would love that. And so we are so excited because this is just the potential is huge. And guys, for me, when I first looked at this, I can tell you with all honesty, I looked at silver, which was about $2,000 a month just by sharing the Young Living products. And I thought, that's insane. I don't think I can ever make that. And so I actually was like, I would just love to get my products paid for. I love the Young Living products. If I could just share them, I would love to get those paid for. At the time, we were living in an 800 square foot apartment, making $1,300 a month, $1,300 a month and doing ministry. And I prayed about it. And I was just like, I could share these products till I'm blue in the face. I'm going to just try to alleviate some tension in our home. I would like to put my girls in swim without having to call my parents or my grandparents to pay for that. Like it was just like those little things, right? Guys, it turned into something I never thought it would. And the journey has just been incredible, been very authentic, organic, and I've loved every minute of sharing these products with people. So Hannah, if you could switch it to the next slide. Maybe. There we go. Okay, so let's talk about, you definitely want to jot this down because this is just very simple. So anytime a brand new customer, maybe you're sharing about the charcoal mask, or maybe you're sharing about Ming Charette, which is life-changing. I could build a multi-million-dollar social selling business with just Ming Charette because it absolutely changes lives. I could just talk about that one product and build a huge income with my brand partner link. But I love this because whenever I enroll someone, so say it's with Ming Charette, I make 25% on their orders the first 3 months, 25%. And to put this into a little perspective with what's kind of going on in the industry right now, I've been approached in the last 3 months by probably 5 different legitimate, very well-known companies who have asked me to share their products, And if people use my link to, I'm sharing their products, I'm giving an honest review, whether I like them or not, showing them off. And if people use my specific link that they give me and people buy their product, they're going to pay me about 7%. 7.5% is the highest I've seen. And some of them I've been like, oh, I already I'm so focused on Young Living. There's a few that I'm kind of thinking about with like gardening products and stuff like that. But guys, like 25% the first 3 months. Not only that, but say I enroll Susie. Okay. If Susie enrolls someone ever, it could be 5 years from now, Susie decides to enroll her mom or her sister or whatever. I make 10% on all of Susie's enrollments ever. That's called the Fast Start bonus. It's huge, you guys. You don't have to memorize this or anything. I just want you to see that in comparison, companies who aren't even social selling companies, like the ones who have approached me, are using this model because they know it's where it's at right now. And their commission they're giving off of links are nothing in comparison to what Young Living is giving you to represent their products. And I love it. I love it so much. So you also, here's the best part, anyone who creates an account with me through my customer brand partner link is under me for all time unless they start ordering or they stop ordering for a period of 12 months. And then at that point, they can reactivate it anytime with a small purchase. But here's the awesome thing. Their account is under me. So what happens is if I enroll 10 people, after the 3 months, I'm also making income off of anytime they log into their Young Living account. They don't even have to use my link anymore. They're attached to me. They're connected to me through that first time purchase using my brand partner link. Anytime they log into their account, I make money from 8% to 4% off of them, depending on where they're in my social selling organization. So it's so awesome, you guys. You also hit extra huge bonuses that we're not going to get talking about tonight, whether starting at silver and above, as well as senior star executive. It's called the Silver Bound program. So, but I'm going to go ahead and pass this off to Amanda Givens, and she's going to talk about the huge fun bonuses you can win along the way.
You have one more slide.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
I have one more slide. So to wrap this up, like why I love being a brand partner and what a brand partner really does, because I think that gets really confusing, right? You actually don't have to just be on social media to be a brand partner. That is certainly not how I built my business at the beginning. I wove it in, definitely, but I actually was gathering with a lot of people in person and I was sharing the products with people. You can do this, like Hannah said, you can, it's however you want it to be. You have a link, go do it. Like, the world is your oyster. Be creative, do it however you want. And certainly we will help you along the way. Amanda's going to talk about that in a minute, but we work where we want, how we want. I don't have to ask permission to go. I've taken a whole month off, you guys, and still gotten paid. This business is made to fit perfectly into your life right now in the pockets of time that you have, sharing the products you're already using and would recommend without income attached anyways. And I love being a brand partner with Young Living, mainly because this is a $2 billion company with over 25 years of history and stability. If you didn't know this, most social selling companies fail. Most of them fail within, I think, gosh, I shouldn't quote a stat, I don't know, but it's pretty shocking. It's like, I think 90% of them fail within the first few years. Young Living's been around for 25 years. And so I love everything about that. This vehicle has, the products are bulletproof. The company is stable. And this is such a great tool. If you're looking for something like this for your family, this is the tool. This is the vehicle, and you guys are going to absolutely love it. So with that, I'm going to pass this off to Amanda officially.
Officially. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So, I started Young Living about 7.5 years ago, and I really didn't think that I had a need for it in my life. I didn't know what social selling was. I didn't know anything about it, but I was working in a 6-figure job. I was working 50 to 70 hours a week. I had 5 kids. They were all the way from 6 months up to 14 years old, and they played every sport in the history of the world. And so we led a very, very busy life. And I just didn't think that I had any room, time, or need for something like adding social selling to my plate. And then something happened. I saw the income disclosure statement that Holly just showed you, the average incomes. And I also saw what a really generous company Young Living was with things like prizes, trips, and different things like that. And I worked for Expedia, which is a travel company, right? But I never got to travel. I worked all of the time, and I couldn't afford to travel because 5 kids in all of the things and bills very quickly took away all of the money that I was working so hard for. But I had, quite obviously, like everyone thinks, made the American dream that I had worked very hard for, because prior to that, to be really transparent with some of you, I was literally put myself through college, used food stamps and Medicaid. I was a single mom. It was rough. And so I was very proud of where I had came in the industry and coming up into the corporate world. But I also realized in that moment when I saw the income disclosure statement, which is those average incomes, I realized that Young Living has something so special in the aspect that they have such clean products that work so very well across every spectrum of our home. And we had seen such big results. My dad had stage 4 cancer. We saw tremendous results. I knew that the products worked, very much like Holly and Hannah have said. I knew that the products worked, and I knew that if I talked about them, they would help other people. And I was already talking about them. I just wasn't getting paid for it. So I realized that I wanted to do things like travel. I wanted some time freedom. I was breastfeeding my kiddo and like pumping at work. And if you're a mom and you've ever had to do that, it's not the most fun, right? And so when I saw that, for me, it was eye-opening to time freedom. I was like, if I could share products that are truly helping people in their homes, and I could make some money and maybe stay home, why wouldn't I want to do that? I want to be at home. I wanted to be able to like cook my kids' meals and do all of the things, but just have a little more flexibility. And that's exactly what we did. Over the course of the last 7 years, I very quickly retired from my job at Expedia. And we've maintained platinum for quite some time, but I also retired my husband. And that was really important to me. Do you guys have men who work really, really hard outside of the home? And God love them. They need and want to work hard, but I wanted him home, and I wanted him to also have time freedom. So it's been about 2 years now, and we retired him. And we also retired my mom from being an RN. So Young Living is a blessing upon blessing upon blessings, if I'm being really honest, because at some point it doesn't just become about what can can I do for just our family, but what can I do for other families, and what kind of ripple effects can I have into other families, even if it's just getting another family's products paid for. If they need Ningxia Red, I want to help them get their products paid for. And so Young Living was really exciting to me also, though, because they did fun things like they gave away trips, they had amazing paychecks, and they did things like what we're looking at right here. So Young Living does some really fun incentives because they pay their distributors to be their word of mouth, right? They pay us to talk about their products, and they don't have to pay mega advertising. Did you know that Nike pays $80 million a year in advertising? What kind of good could be done with that kind of money? If you put good money in the hands of good people, you're going to absolutely change the world. And so that's our goal with Young Living. Let's put some money in the hands of good people. And so I want to say one last thing about like incentives before I talk to you about what you're looking at, because you're probably like, what is that? Young Living has sent us around the world with their incentives and their fun things. So if you are looking for something fun, Young Living is it, to be really honest with you. We have went to Hawaii twice, and that was a dream trip. Belize, Honduras, we have traveled like I had never traveled at Expedia. I will never forget standing on a cliff in Hawaii with all 5 of my kids by my side and just crying and going, this is because I stepped outside of my comfort zone and I said yes. And I can see the ripples and the waves going through my entire team of these families who have been changed because I said yes. And that's your opportunity tonight. Let's get to some fun stuff really quickly. So what you're looking at is one of the fun incentives that Young Living has going on. So right now, if you hit the rank of executive by the end of June, or if you re-rank, if you're a current member and you've hit it and maybe fallen back, if you re-rank, you're going to get this beautiful diffuser. It's called the Ember. Absolutely gorgeous. It's like a black terracotta and this beautiful leather oils case, but that is a very special oils case. It is a Select 30 and it is full of eclectic oils just for people who win it. It's not able to be purchased. So this is really fun, and executive is very feasible to hit by the end of June. I think the average paycheck is about $500 a month. So by the end of June, you could win this gorgeous oil set and be making about $500 a month, right? This alone is worth $1,600. That is very generous. Will you flip to the next slide for me? Silver is the rank that a lot of people really love to talk about and they want to run for because the income there is very life-changing. It's as much as the average teacher in America makes. The average paycheck's about $2,200 with the silver, and Young Living like blew the roof off of exactly what they wanted to give their new silvers. This is why I ran for silver too, Holly, like 110%. I was like, I want that. So this is a $5,000 case of oils and that beautiful glass dome diffuser that plays music, has a remote. Like, she's the queen of all queens, okay? Like, she's the diffuser that everybody wants. This Young Living, if you hit this by the end of June, you're not only going to make an average of $2,200 with your silver paycheck, you'll also win that gorgeous leather Young Living branded backpack and the Aria and $5,000 worth of oils total. It's insane. I don't know how many oils are in there, girls. Literally like 100 oils. Who knows? It's crazy, but it is phenomenal. The value of it is so good. But I love the heart of Young Living because they are just like, we want to get oils into people's hands and we're going to reward people who will talk about the good that Young Living is doing on this planet. So let's talk about how to get you there. Will you flip for me, Hannah? I forgot what the next slide looks like. I'm not going to lie to you guys. There we go. So this is the Mentor Collective. We are very proud of the work that we do together. I love these two girls like they are literally my sisters. We put a lot of time, effort, and energy over the last year to build something that is sustainable for you guys. So the Mentor Collective is quite simply a Facebook group that we run in 20-day increments where we help teach you how to social sell without feeling yucky. How do you effectively socially sell? How do you help your friends? We walk you through all of the bite-sized steps without it taking 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day. This is not a full-time job. It's simply not. So start your YL social selling mentorship with us. We've all three been doing this a while. We've learned a lot of lessons. And quite honestly, I'll brag on us. We're pretty knowledgeable. I like us. We're good people, okay? Just saying. So We give you simple and effective tools. I love this. People don't always know about social media. We will teach you. We give you the tasks that will help you create the income for your family, whether it's $200 or $500 or $10,000 a month. We will help you get there. We do tasks Monday through Friday. We do live coachings. We give a lot of our time because we want to pour into you. We are very blessed by you guys, and we want to pour into you. So we get on and we do live coachings. We do live trainings. We answer all the questions, and we do a really fun power hour every Wednesday night, which is just a Zoom call where we all get together. We talk about what's going right, what's going good, what we could do better, what we need help with. All of the things. Power Hour is the jam. If you've never been on one, you'll want to be on there because it is a community like no other. I think one of the girls mentioned how the corporate world can be very competitive. That's so true at so many jobs. You won't find that here. You won't find anybody trying to beat anybody to rank. You will see a community of women who are literally cheering each other on and celebrating each other's wins. And that's probably my favorite thing about what we have in this. So this is perfect for brand new social sellers. If you've been with us a while, it is perfect for you. It is the bite-sized thing that you need to really kick off and get started sharing Young Living and creating the income for your family for sure. And we have one other fun thing that we do in the mentorship. Next slide, please, sister. Prizes. So we like prezzies. It's who we are. Every month, if you accomplish certain things, you get to pick your prize. These are the 3 prizes for the month of February. So with this, if you help 3 new customers get their orders placed with 100 PV, or you reach the rank of star for the very first time, we will send you one of these 3 prizes. That's it. Super fun. You get to pick which one you want. I love the heart necklace. Like, it's beautiful, but I really think I'm going to buy myself that oil bag. Just saying. I want to know in the comments, like, which one of these are you picking? Holly loves the heart roller bottle on the far right. It's so beautiful. You can't really see it that well in that photo, but it's etched and it's just beautiful. And I love doing this because I'm a firm believer that giving back to people and rewarding hard work and rewarding people who are doing well on the planet and doing good on the planet, it just comes back to you. And so this is one of my favorite parts of the mentorship because maybe, I don't know, it's a little bit of my love language, but I'm excited about the prizes. I'm excited to see what success you guys are going to have. Can someone drop the link to the Mentor Collective? So the Mentor Collective is just a group. You can add yourself to it. You do have to be on me, Holly, or Hannah's team in order to join the Mentor Collective for sure. What else am I missing? Holly, Hannah, jump in to finish the call up with me.
Yeah, so the group is on Facebook. This month, girls, if you missed it, our main group, Mentor Collective, has about 500 members. That's not the one you want to join. We are breaking out into a brand new little group and starting fresh, making our community, strong and really dialing in for this mentorship. There's some things that are changing with the task, and I'm so pumped about this layout. So you want to look for Mentor Collective February 2022. That is what you're looking for on social media. It is not the 500 member. You can certainly join the 500 member one. The link to the group is in there, but you probably need to just go straight to the one to make sure that you're not confused or you miss out on anything. So what you want to do is, if you don't have a Facebook, if you don't even have one, okay, I get it. Go create a fake one. Go create one like you can just be in the mentorship for. You're going to want to be on this mentorship. This is where we are going to teach you literally 2 steps to star. What are your steps to senior star? Like, there's going to be a daily post lining out those things for you. So if you're looking for, we've given you the why, the what. If you're looking for the how, it's the mentorship. Okay.
It's the mentorship.
It's the mentorship. So,
and we've seen massive success with this. We've ran this for 1 year now, and we have seen massive success with it. So, and I'll just say this, because sometimes people ask me, is there a charge? No, there's no charge. We love you and want you to have success. And so we run this so that we can help you do that.
Okay, I'm grabbing the link real quick.
That's what I was like trying to grab it on the side here.
Yeah. So let's do questions. Other than that, this has been a great call. If you need any help starting and becoming a brand partner, let us know. Let the person who invited you know. If you're not even a Young Living member, ask the person who invited you, where should you begin? Obviously becoming a brand partner, but what are some top 5 products, or what's a starter bundle that they would recommend? And go ahead and get your products in your brand partner link, and we will join you. We're launching tomorrow morning, you guys, with a big fun brand new post. Make sure you are there. We always do a giveaway at the beginning. So yeah, any questions?
Flip the slide, Hannah.
Oh, hold on. Doing so many things.
We really want to connect with you guys. These are our Instagram handles. I don't know why there's not an @ sign before mine, but it's also at Amanda Givens.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I didn't call you out. I didn't say you wrote it. I could have written it. We would love to connect with you guys over on Instagram, on Facebook. Please connect with us. Someone asked, will the tasks be posted at night or in the morning this round? Great question, Katie.
That is a good question. I don't think we actually nailed that in. Why don't you guys just vote right now? How about we just take a little simple vote?
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
So for those of you newbies, we usually post it. We had been posting it the night before, about 8:15, so that you could see them for the next day. It's a resounding night. No one has said morning yet.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, 8:15 p.m.
8:15. Yeah.
8:15 post every night.
Except for the day 1, which is our launch day. True. Tomorrow morning, it's going to be in the morning. So
yes.
It'll be at 9:15. It will not be at night. That way you can kind of get ready, get set, and we're off to the races on Monday. I'm going to repost. I've posted it once, but it kind of got buried. I'm posting the link right now to the group for your easy reference. But again, if you're just doing a simple search on Facebook, it's Mentor Collective February 2022, or just ask, whoever invited you, they'll get you the link. So, okay, I'm so excited, guys. Gosh, this is going to be a great mentorship. We are gearing up to win these prizes.